Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm out at my property today on the weekend because we have been having a ton of snow recently. As you've seen in the previous video that I put up yesterday or today. And my problem right now is that I'm having a bit of a challenge with my 9N, my Ford 9N. I don't know if you can see a good shot of it there or not. It's having a hard time starting in these colder months, and I'm really working the starter motor and I'm really working the battery just to get the tractor started, and it shouldn't be that way. It should start up pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do today is have a look at my spark plugs. They're new. I literally put those in about 3 weeks ago, and I've only used the tractor about 3 times. So I'm going to take those out, clean them off, see if there's any moisture on them, but also set the gaps. I think I misset the gaps when I put them in, so that wouldn't help. I'm going to see how that works out, and then if that's a problem, I'm going to have to find a way to get in there. I don't know if you can see it in there in the shadows, but right in here I've got my distributor cap on this tractor. It's a front end distributor, 1939 tractor. It's an antique. I love my antique tractor, but it is definitely a bit of a challenge operating in the winter months. It's a bit of a tight little place to work. Under the, you got the gas tank here, you got the cowling sitting on top, and this old metalwork, this old sheet metalwork is hard to remove. Lots of screws underneath, so that can take an hour at least. So I'm just going to try to get in underneath here and remove the spark plug and have a look and see what's going on here. The first one will give me a good indication of what's going on. Well, it doesn't look to be fouled. It's brand new. It shouldn't be fouled. But I'm still going to take them all out, clean them up, and like I said, I'm going to reset the gaps in there. I'm also going to test for spark right now as well. I think that's an important thing to do. And these are the Autolite 216s. Someone who works exclusively and maintains these tractors as part of his business says that these are the best spark plugs for these older tractors. Okay. Okay, so I've reset the gap, and now I'm going to reinstall the spark plugs. Fingers crossed this is a good part of the solution here. I've decided to keep the tarp door to the lean-to closed right now just to reduce the amount of snow that's flying in. We got a snow flurry in the last 30 minutes, and just makes it a little bit more comfortable for me in here as I do this work in sub-zero temperatures and freezing temperatures. About -6 right now Celsius. Plugs are back in and they're finger tight. Alright, let's see if this little tune-up on the spark plugs has helped the ignition process here. Now there is frost and ice everywhere on this engine and components. This is not good. Let's open the choke a little bit. Ignition is on. Open the choke a little bit. Accelerator up. Hold it this much just to ease everything. Thumbs up. Boy, am I ever pleased with that. Woo! With the tractor working, I headed outside into the storm to get some plowing done. I was super pleased I was able to get the tractor fixed with the work on the spark plugs. And I really needed to get it working because the snow was starting to accumulate, had about 4 inches on the ground, and the forecast was for another 4 inches in the coming days, so really pleased I got it working. Unfortunately, my euphoria was short-lived. As you can hear, the tractor's starting to sputter right now, and as you'll see in a few seconds, it dies on me. I had it explained to me from a mechanic that this is a sign, i.e. the tractor running for a good 10 to 15 minutes and then shutting down, of a bad coil. The copper in the coils deteriorates and stops working. I had to push the tractor back into the lean-to, and then I removed the distributor cap and the coil. The coil is new. The distributor cap is cleaned up. I just took it to a mechanic and he thinks, you don't know if anything's cracked internally, but we think that the cap itself is good. Now, there's the condenser and the rest of the distributor right there. So, the point is I was having difficulty the other day, 2 days ago when I was out here trying to do some more cleanup after yet another snowfall. I've got spark. The gas is flowing well through the carburetor. So the only other thing to check and make sure it's working okay is indeed the distributor cap and the various elements of the electrical system. So I'm going to get that reassembled, and with any luck, the tractor should be up and running later today. And if not, what I'll do is I'll take off the condenser and the rest of the distributor, take it over to the New Holland dealer that's closest to me, and they'll rebuild it. I was talking to them this morning, they said they'll rebuild it. So, there we go. Let's see if I can get this thing started. Well, I've got the distributor cap back in place. Now I'm going to try to get that new coil on. My battery ran out and I wasn't able to complete the footage of my repairs to the tractor. I did get the coil installed and the tractor started up again, and I'm kind of thankful that I didn't get a second shot of me whooping and doing a little bit of a victory dance. We saw how that ended the last time. Anyways, I was able to head out to the property on Superbowl Sunday, again after yet another snowfall of about 4 to 6 inches, and start moving that snow around. As you can see, I even brought out my snow blower. So combined with the tractor and the snow blower, was able to get the property cleaned up so I could get back to work out there. It's been a pretty good day clearing out this snow. I mean, we're now literally getting mist and rain, and it's -5. So it's below 0 and we're getting rain. But I'm glad I've got that out of the way. That was a lot of work. I'm going to bring my pickup down now. I must say my mouth and lips are a little frozen, so I'm having a hard time speaking. But that's worked well. The weather is absolutely dismal. It is about -5, -6 Celsius. It's raining outside, and I have my defrost on my front windshield on full, but yet it is still freezing up. I'll probably have to pull over in 5 or 10 minutes because that's my vision. If you get down low, it's a little better. But yeah, these are tough conditions to move around in and try to get things done.